Hello, hello, hello. It's Emma Holmes coming in from Rockstar HQ, and I am talking about 5 ways that you can get engagement on your Facebook page without spending any money. Now, what is not to love about that? I know that engagement is the kind of holy grail when it comes to social media, and we are all seeking to get a whole stack more engagement on our page. For me, social media engagement is the top stat that I'm looking at. You know, I think that there's lots of vanity stats we can look at, but actually having an engaged crowd is the one thing that'll make a huge difference to your business. If your crowd are engaged with you and they want to talk to you and they want to get involved in conversations, and those conversations can be reciprocal and they feel valued within your business and they are interested in what you're talking about, then that's a good thing, because that is when you can start to convert followers into paying customers. Now, engagement doesn't have to be really, really difficult. I know that it's one that seems to overwhelm lots of people, and it means that, you know, it kind of gets that heavy feeling attached to it, and like it's just something that's so far away from your reach. But I want to give you 5 things that you can implement on your Facebook page for free that can start to get you engagement. Now, the caveat to this is that you don't just do it once and then go, oh, didn't work. This is about consistency, and it is about you trying and tweaking and trying and changing your ways forward in how you do it. So the first way that you can get engagement in your Facebook feed with your Facebook page is to ask questions. Ask questions. Now, asking questions sometimes becomes another hard thing, and lots of people go for super serious questions on their Facebook page, and people are then frightened to answer them. They're scared to answer them because they don't know whether they'll get it wrong or right. They don't know whether this is kind of them bearing their soul in public. So start with really easy questions. Now, it would be very easy to go for the poll feature in Facebook, so that you can use a post where you create a Facebook poll and you can give people options, and they can click on the option that they decide. Now, I found on my own personal Facebook pages, the ones that I run on a day-to-day basis, that polls don't get the best engagement ever. So a top tip, if you are asking kind of a multiple choice kind of question, is I give options as in A, do this, B, do that, C, do this, D, do that. And giving people the ability just to answer A, B, C, D means that actually that interaction goes into the comments. That interaction is something that you can then go back to people and ask them another question or bring them into the conversation a little bit more. So a top way of asking questions, if there's a multiple choice, is to think about doing A, B, C, D, E, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or a different emoji for each answer, whatever it might be, to gain their interaction and traction in the comments box, so that you can continue to ask them more questions as a result of that question that you initially asked. The other way of doing it is to think about questions that are really easy to answer. So some of the simplest questions to answer are things like, where in the world are you? People can't get that wrong. People can't be judged by it. If you find it really difficult and you're struggling to think about lots of questions that you could put into your social media, then the Social Media with Soul book, there's 101 questions in there that you can take, make your own, use as is, and use on your Facebook page. These are questions that I have actually asked on my Facebook page that you can get involved with, and the book is available over on Amazon. It's called Social Media with Soul. If you type into Amazon Emma Holmes, you'll get straight there, or I'll put the link around this video. However you're watching it, might be down there, might be over there, so that you can go and find it with ease. The next thing to do to get more engagement and to get people talking to you a little bit more is to think about asking for a recommendation, asking for people to give you a recommendation for something specific. So it might be, so I work with business owners. I could be asking, what social media tool are you using right now? Looking for recommendations. What social media tool, scheduling tool is hitting the high notes for you right now? Let me know. So that I'm asking them for their recommendations for something. It might be that you are asking them something that, their favourite book, their favourite product. People love to recommend things. So getting a recommendation is a great way to get a level of engagement going on your page. The third way is to ask for help. People love to help. In the same way as they love to give a recommendation, people also really enjoy helping. Now, I have asked for help insofar as, what kind of content do you want from me? What topics do you want me to cover? What are your biggest time drains so that I can help and support you to get beyond them? Who would you like me to interview? I am looking for your help. And I start the post by saying, I am looking for your help, and letting people come in and help and support me with some ideas for things that I can do within my business. I've also asked for help with books and authors for my, he was at the time, 10-year-old child. So can you come in and give me some new authors? He loves reading. We get stuck in the same authors. Can you give me some recommendations of what your kids love reading? And people love to get involved in that. It's a really great way to open the door to conversation for the people that are around you and that want to get involved. So it's a real good way of opening that door to further conversations. In at number 4, a Facebook competition. Now, I said that these were things that you could do without spending any money. So it might be that if you're a service-based business, you could give away a little bit of your time, or it might be that you create a little package for the winner. It might be that you buy a small product. So it might be that there is a little bit of financial outlay in that kind of competition. What you need to do is make sure that the competition is absolutely specific for your audience, so that it is a competition that will attract the right people to your crowd. And just with the description here, I'm going to tag in a article that I wrote that is all about Facebook competitions and the things that you need to be thinking about, because it's really important that if you are going to run a Facebook competition, that you run it in accordance with Facebook's rules, because that is just such an important thing to make sure that you're doing, because the last thing you want to do is, on the quest for engagement, get the wrong side of the Facebook rules and end up with your page being shut down. So make sure you go and have a read of that, because that will give you more advice and information about running a Facebook competition. So that's a really great way. So we've got in at number 4 was our competition. So what else can you do? Video. Live video is a great way for you to get people engaged and get people talking to you. But you've got to make sure that you're asking them questions during the live stream. So if you're not asking them questions during the live stream, what's going to end up happening is that they're just going to listen in. So you want them, the first thing that I do on all live streams is go in and say, come on in, say hello, let me know if you're watching live. It'd be lovely to hear from you. If you're watching on the replay, you're equally as welcome. Come in and shout up. So that starts the ball rolling. Again, you can start to ask questions within the live feed that get people talking to you and interacting with you. I know that this can be quite a scary one if you've not done live video before, but being conscious when you do press to go live to get people to chat with you and get people involved, even if at the very beginning you can't quite get a hang of dealing with the comments in real time, you can always go back and talk back to them later. So it's a great way for you to increase engagement. A final little Brucey bonus is I've got this mug. I've got this mug. And in this mug, I've got loads of words. And these are words that come from the very lovely Danielle Laporte's Desire Map planner. So every corner is part of her planner, but there's lots of words on here. Now what I do is I sometimes do a wordy Wednesday. So shout out and tell me the word that you're going to use that will set the tone for your day ahead. And if you need help, I've got the mug, and I can pick you a word that will help you and support you for the day ahead. So that's a great one to get people engaging and to think about it. The two things that I want you to consider, though, as you're looking for engagement are the fact that, what we don't want to be doing is forced engagement. This was a Facebook update to the algorithm towards the end of 2017 was forced engagement and forcing engagement to things, like put a heart in the comments if you love your son and things like that, these kind of really icky forced engagement strategies. So what we want to do is just be really mindful of the language that we're using when we're asking people to get involved. So I'll often use words like shout up or let me know ... or I'll go first ... and giving them the opportunity without using the words comment, without using the words in the comments, without using the words share, and looking at ways that you can be clever with your language, because you're not being icky. You're not looking at having an icky strategy of forced engagement, but you also don't want to end up with your particular post not hitting through the algorithm because it's been flagged on a certain word or a certain way of doing things. Now, some of the regular things that I do in terms of engagement is I do a Friday GIF off. So thinking about the medium that you want people to respond in. Now, people love using a GIF. There's nothing like a GIF. I love a GIF. GIFs are amazing. So can you use a GIF off or a version thereof to create that engagement? So can you make it easy for people to engage with you? Engaging with a GIF is fun. Engaging with emojis is easy. Thinking about having real short answers. You don't want people to have to overthink things and go into essays. You want people to be able to engage with ease. So think about the ways that you can start to create a bit of an engagement strategy, that you can make it easy for people to engage with you, and you can look at different ways and not just kind of the same old way of increasing engagement on your Facebook page. So I hope you found these tips useful. I would love to know in the comments if there's anything additional that you would add, or if there's any particular ones that you're going to go and try out. As always, if it has been amazing, then please like the video. Please make sure that you're subscribed so that you don't miss any other videos, and all of the additional resources that I've referred to throughout the video are in the description box below. Have an absolutely cracking day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!